What she showed us next changed everything. She appeared without warning. Not barking. Not running. Not asking for anything in an obvious way. She just stood there, in the middle of the dirt road, her body tense, her eyes sunken, with that strange way of looking, as if she were measuring whether she could trust one more human. Her fur was dirty, pressed tight against her thin body, and every rib seemed to tell a story no one wanted to hear. At first, I thought she was just another abandoned dog. And maybe that was the mistake. When I took a step forward, she didn't back away. She didn't come closer. She slowly turned her body, walked a few steps in the opposite direction, then stopped again, looking back over her shoulder, waiting. It felt like she was saying, without a sound, "This isn't about me." The wind moved through the dry bushes. The silence felt heavy, and something about that moment didn't feel right. She repeated the gesture, walked a little farther, stopped, looked back, and in that strange space between leaving and following, it became clear this wasn't a lost dog. She was a mother. And mothers don't show up like this by accident. Nothing could have prepared us for what was hidden there. She started walking, slowly, with careful steps, as if every meter carried a weight impossible to explain. She didn't run. She didn't rush. She wanted us to follow. But she was afraid of losing us. The path grew narrower, the vegetation thicker, and the sound of the road disappeared completely. Only our footsteps remained, and hers, too light for a body carrying so much responsibility. Every so often, she stopped suddenly, looked around, smelled the air, and only then continued, like someone who knows exactly where she needs to go, but fears what might happen if she arrives too late. There was something deeply human in her behavior. It wasn't simple fear. It was worry. The sun began to drop. The light turned golden, and time seemed to stretch, as if the entire world was holding its breath with her. That's when I realized she wasn't leading us somewhere safe. She was leading us to the only place she had left. And when she finally stopped for good, the silence that followed wasn't calm. It was anticipation. But the danger wasn't over yet. The place was small, low, almost invisible unless you were looking for it. A makeshift hole beneath broken wood, torn plastic, cold earth. She approached first, smelled the entrance, then turned back to us again. Her eyes weren't asking anymore. They were begging. When we moved the debris, the sound came before the sight. A faint cry, broken, desperately small. And then we saw them. Tiny bodies, curled together, shivering, almost blending into the dirt. Puppies, so young they could barely open their eyes. She rushed toward them, touching each one with her nose, counting silently. All there. For now. It was impossible not to feel the weight of that moment. She had left her babies alone, to look for help, not knowing if she would make it back in time. This wasn't a simple request. It was a risk. And then, something unexpected happened. She watched every move we made, every gesture, every second. Trust didn't come naturally to her. But in that moment, not trusting was even more dangerous. The puppies were cold, weak, and that place wouldn't protect them much longer. The sky was getting darker too fast. As we began preparing the rescue, she didn't step away, didn't growl. She just stayed there, pressed close to those tiny bodies, as if saying, "If something goes wrong, I stay." That decision wasn't made with words. It was made with silence. But the rescue wasn't finished yet. One by one, the puppies were carefully lifted. She followed every movement with her eyes, her body stiff, her heart visibly racing. When the last one was placed safely inside the box, something changed in her. She walked slowly toward me, touched her nose to my hand, and stayed there. There was no celebration, only exhaustion. And that's when we realized something important. Inside the car, the sounds were different. Tiny breaths, an occasional whimper, and the heavy silence of a mother who finally stopped fighting for a few minutes. She lay close to her puppies, not sleeping, just watching. But the past still leaves marks. In the days that followed, her body slowly relaxed, her eyes softened. She went from survivor to mother in safety. And that changes everything. How many stories are still waiting for someone to listen? Some stories don't end with perfect endings. They end with chances. She didn't ask for much, just someone willing to follow. And sometimes, following is all it takes to change a fate.